Hey folks, Marcus Crawford here with the Idaho Quadcopter channel. Hey, I just had my first flight with the DJI Air 3S. Had a successful flight. I'm out at Dedication Point on the Snake River Canyon. I brought another battery with me, a second battery. I'm going to take this guy up in the air and let's try out some photography with it. We'll do some video, but I want to try some photography and see how it looks. Not the best day for it. It's kind of overcast, but we're going to try it anyway. And then we'll do some of the panorama shots with it as well. So yeah, just give it a look. Let's quit messing around. Let's get this bird in the air. Okay, I got the drone fired up and ready to take off. Now, I just recently did a safety check on my last flight, but we'll go through it real quick. Bypass normal mode, radar map on, optimal return to home, 35-meter return to home altitude, and then max altitude set at max legal, no limit on the distance. Not asking for any calibrations, and I will add, I have not done a calibration. This thing came from China, did not ask for a calibration, so I didn't do it. And then in any case, here is the battery. It's looking good. Let's see. Oh, what else? You know what I need to do? I need to go in and I need to turn on some things on the camera menu. So let's go back to camera, and I want to turn on the histogram, and then turn on all of our grid lines while we're at it. I like that. That's kind of the way I roll. So I forgot to do that on my previous flight. Let's go ahead and start recording, and there's no reason why we can't take off. Let's go ahead and do an auto takeoff on the app. So, you know, I haven't read the instruction manual yet on this one, so I don't know if it wants you to go straight up 7 meters like they do the other drones. I know this has a little different precision landing feature, or whatever you want to call it, but we're going to go straight up before we move off. We're about 7 meters high. Let's bring this guy back down, and it's only going to get so close to us because OA is on. In fact, I can just go full stick forward here, and you'll see it just flies right by us. And then let's pull full backwards, and it flies right by again. It's not going to run into you. Okay, I'm dropping that camera down. Time for our droney. And let's see, I'm going to do it a little different direction. I just did the initial flight with it out here, and I don't want to do the same direction I did with that one. So I'm going to kind of turn around here, and we're going to go a different direction. So dropping that camera just a little bit, reverse and up. And we didn't need to go very high. Whoops. But I got something here on the screen. Altitude zone. Check out. What the heck? So it's given. DJI, what are you doing? I'm right in the middle of a flight and you're giving me a tutorial. So back on Go Fly here. Yeah, I got something going on here. This thing, click OK, then Go Fly. I saw it was asking for another firmware update there too, but we're not going to do that right now. Yeah, so now I've got I didn't have my telemetry there for a second. That was really weird. Why, when you're in the middle of a flight, would it all of a sudden take over the screen and put a tutorial on there? That's not good. But anyway, let's continue with the flight here and do our droney. That was really weird. That's not usually the way DJI does things. So anyway, here's a good look at the side of the canyon here. In fact, let's bring it down lower. We want to get some pictures, so we're going to be just right on the edge of the canyon here. A little bit higher. Let's get a picture of our home point here. So I'm going to stop recording. I'm going to switch to the camera menu and photo menu, I should have said. And you can see we've got auto exposure bracketing, we've got burst, and we have single shots, and then we have a time shot. But for purposes of what we're doing now, I'm just going to stay on single shot, and let's get a shot here. Let's take a picture. Boom. And then let's switch to the telly, the 3x telly camera. Boy, that really brings it in, doesn't it? Picking that camera up to kind of center up here. And let's get a picture. And go back to 1x. Back it off here. And let's go down here and get the sun at the back of the drone. Let's get right here. Let's see if we can get right on the side of the canyon here. Really, let's snuggle up close. You know, I forgot I can put my, I can go to the camera view. I can't remember what they call it. Whoop, that's not what I wanted to do. Where you look at the, I was trying to get to the obstacle avoidance cameras, so I'm not sure. I'm not going to mess around with this forever. Yeah, there we go. And there's front. Okay, I knew I could do it. Right, it just took me a second. But what I wanted to do is to be able to look sideways here and see how close I can get to the side of the canyon. And there you can see that. Let's move forward again, and it'll point. It automatically will move to the camera that's pointing whatever direction you are with the drone. So let's take a picture right there. Well, you know what? That's not quite. No, that's not quite right. Let's get centered up. Let's get the river in the center. There we go. That looks good. Picture. Boom. That looks darn good. Okay, let's move forward here. And we're going to get a bunch of shots here. So, yeah. And this is just DJI's photography magic doing its work. Let's stop there, take another picture. You know, what about at the side of the canyon? What about a close-up? What do you think? Let's take a look at the side of the canyon here and get in and see how much detail we can get in a picture of just the side of the canyon. Now, when you look at the canyon here, some of these nooks and crannies, there's a ton of ravens out here at the canyon. And they make their nests in these nooks and crannies of these of the rock wall here. So let's get a picture of that. Okay, beauty. And I hear an airplane, so I'm going to get eyes on him. He's way off in the distance. But you always want to make sure you know where aircraft are at when you're flying. Make way for manned aircraft. Just saw a hawk behind me flying around, looking for something good to eat. A couple of ravens over to the side of me as well. Okay, let's drop some altitude into the canyon here, and we'll take some pictures. Okay, let's move the drone in and down. And I flew by this particular spot earlier on my first flight over the rapids here, but that to me looks like might be a good place to take a picture. So let's do that. Get over the rapids. I think, let's frame this back up just a little bit. I think that might be a pretty good shot right there. Maybe pick up the camera slightly. There we go. Let's take a shot right there. Boom, that looks good. That looks real good. And then let's get right over the water. I'm going to do see if I can get a top-down shot right over the water, over the rapids. See if we can kind of get centered up on that. I don't know if I should be maybe a little bit higher. I don't know. We'll just take a few pictures. How about that? We'll take one right here. That'll be a good top-down shot. And then, yeah, let's back it up a little bit. Pick up the camera just a little and get a little bit of the bigger picture. Drop the drone down. Let's see if we can get down low here and get a good shot of the rapids here. What do you think? Oh yeah, this is looking good. This is looking real good. Okay, let's pick that camera up. And I think that's a shot right there. Boom. Okay, so I'm going to try a trick that my friend Lauren Donauer was telling me, suggested the other day when we were out here at the canyon. He was doing some panoramas while being that low. Now I've done a lot of panoramas here, but typically from higher. So let's switch into panorama mode, pano mode. And yeah, so you could do the freestyle panorama, but I'm not gonna, well, at least not for this first one. That is not what I want. So yeah, so well, you know what the heck, we might as well. Let's set a starting position. So let's get a big panorama. Let's just get a panorama of this. So this is where it's going to start. We might as well try it. What the heck? What am I thinking? Let's try it. So we're going to start there. And then I'm going to move back. Oh, it tells, oh, you just go to the end then. Okay. So then we're going to go, so really just the end. So let's end it right there and start capturing. Let's see what that does. It says 4 photos. Let's click start. Okay, this is interesting. This is my first time trying this feature, so yeah, that'll be kind of an interesting panorama. So really, I went too far, didn't I? So yeah, so I'm thinking we need to start that over again. So here's what I'm going to do this time. We're going to start here, and then we're going to end here. So let's try that one and click start and see how that looks. I kind of wanted the water in the center. So, but you know, I don't know. We'll see it. We'll see. Yeah, it's probably pretty close. That's something you just have to mess around with, huh? Okay, let's go ahead and let's click on Pano again, and oops, Pano. Sorry. One of the ones that I wanted to do was a sphere. That's one of Lauren's favorites, and this thing's going to take 33 pictures to do this. Good thing we got plenty of battery. Let's go ahead and click start. And honestly, I don't even know how I'm going to show you this in the video. So yeah, this is probably something that I'll have to just upload to Facebook and publish it like that, so that you can kind of pan around and see everything. But it should be pretty interesting. I mean, I'll be able to show you the whole photo, but it won't be in sphere mode. So I'll show you that on the screen once it's all done. But to see the sphere mode, yeah, I'll post it on Facebook. So yeah, almost just doing it fast. 30, 31, 33 pictures. Last picture, and now it's stitching them together. This is fun. 50, it's taken it a while, 64%. Well, we get to look at the river while it's stitching it all together. Then we'll try some of the other panos. We'll go through all of them here before we're done. Okie dokie, let's select a 180, and I'm going to get in a different spot. Well, I don't know, let's try one right here. Let me pick the camera up, back it up, pick the camera up a little bit. Let's try a 180 right there. 21 pictures, so it's taking a ton of pictures on that too. Yeah, it's taking a lot of pictures. 21, there we got them all. So I didn't make you sit through all of that. I edited out part of that. But okay, let's wait for it to stitch it together here. 72%. Okay, there's that picture. Take a look at that one. And then let's get a little different shot here. Let's raise some altitude and move over and get a little different picture of the canyon here. Kind of get centered up on the river. And let's go to the next one. Well, you know what? Let's do another one of the. Well, let's do another 180. What the heck? We got time here and we got battery, so let's do it. I just love these automated features that DJI builds into these drones for us. Boy, there's a lot of ravens out here. I am just seeing ravens everywhere. And they're always making noise. 17, 18. Oh, this should look good. This will be a good one. Yeah, that looks very, very good. Okay, it's stitching it all together. Let's move the drone forward again, and maybe we can get a little bit of a different angle of the river here. And let's go to the next one in line, which is the wide angle. And that only takes 9 photos, so this should look good. Boom, we got it. And you know what? I'm going to turn around the other way. And this will be kind of facing into the sun, but it's a pretty cloudy day, so I don't think it's going to hurt us. Yeah, look at that. Let's do a vertical and see how that looks. That's cool because that caught the rapids and everything. Okay, I'm going to move forward here. In fact, I'm going to throw it in sport mode, and I'm going to get I want to get down here a ways and see if we can get a look at the dam. In fact, I might as well show you a video while I'm doing that. So let's go back up to video and start video, and let's head that direction. See how fast we can get this drone going. 50% battery, so we're doing pretty good. Want to get you a shot at of the Swan Falls Dam with some pictures with some panoramas. So you're seeing as we get closer to the corner there, you're seeing the dam come into view. And we're at negative 70 meters altitude, so the drone is 70 meters below where I took off from. But it sure looks good, doesn't it? Yeah, we're going to go out there a little bit further. Let's move a little bit sideways. I think the key is going to be we're going to kind of want to get centered up on the river here as we look at the dam. Yeah, that's going to look pretty good, isn't it? What do you think of that? Boy, isn't that a view? Holy macaroni. Okay, I'm going to stop recording. And we're going to go back into Pano. And we're going to do a couple of them here. I want to do a 180 for sure. So let's start a 180. And again, that's 21 pictures, so that'll take a little bit. I won't make you sit and watch all that. Okay, it's got it all stitched together here, and you can see I'm kind of moving to just getting a little different angle. And then let's switch to the wide angle. And that's only 9 pictures. Let's try that. And then once we're done with that, we'll shoot a vertical. Which for the vertical, we'll definitely try and get a straight shot. In fact, I don't know. I'll see what looks best here. See if we can get shooting straight down the river here for the vertical. And I definitely want the dam in it too. So. Yeah, that's not going to show much of the dam. Oh well, let's do that. Let's go into vertical here and hit it. And yeah, that took just a second to get that one stitched together. Okay, I'm going to put the drone back into normal mode. And then I want to try something here. I'm going to drop it down a little bit further. See if we can get down a ways. We're at 38% battery. We'll go see if we can get 120 meters negative altitude. And by the way, I want to get starting some video here. Video. Sorry about that. Starting recording now. And we're going to do a return to home, and let's see how this guy does coming home. And remember, it's 120 meters below where it took off from. So click and return to home on the app, and it took the command. And you can see that, that green line, and it's rising in altitude. Oh, very cool. Well, hopefully we don't need that LiDAR that's on the front of the drone, huh? Well, you got to see a lot of pictures of this one, so that's going to be kind of fun. I'm kind of looking forward to putting the complete video together. So you'll see some cut scenes there and stuff, because I'm not going to make you sit through while it was taking all the pictures, etc. But you'll get to see them all. The sphere is the one that I'm worried about, because there's no way I can show that in a video how it really looks. Or not that I know of. If somebody knows how to do that, let me know in the comments. But I know I can put it on Facebook, and you'll be able to see that 360, and you'll be able to move it around and look at whatever you want. So look at the drone here. It's heading straight back to us. It is 1.5 meters positive altitude now. So it just knows what it needs to do. And it's going to come right over our heads on the way back here. Well, you know, like I said, if it's anything like the first landing I saw with this drone, it comes in like an airplane. It's fascinating the way it starts dropping altitude when it needs to. So I see it slowly gaining a little bit of altitude here. We're getting a good look at the side of the canyon here. This is some good video. So as we get closer here, I'll switch it over to the I'll give you a look at the screen recording so you can see what I'm seeing on the screen, the green line and all that. The augmented reality and the home point on there. So we're about 6 meters. Yeah, so it's getting there. Getting there, not far away now. Here she comes. It looks, I mean, it's wild. It looks like it's just coming straight at us. This is cool. This is double cool. Nothing but fun. Yeah, and it's rising out. Yeah, it's really, yeah, I'm watching it. It's really right. It's raising up. And it's funny how it knew it needs to do that. And so now it should drop really quick. Yeah, it did. I'm going to see if I can get the action camera on it for you here. I'm sorry, I'm hand holding the action camera with the while it's on the tripod. But yeah, I just wanted you to be able to see that. And yeah, it's right over the pad. You know, it may move a little bit. We'll see. Yeah. It's on there. It's perfect. It's a little bit to the right side of the pad, just like it did last time. Let me get everything shut down and we'll do a quick conclusion. Hey, okay, the DJI Air 3S. Wow. So this is my second battery through it on this flight. God, what a cool place to fly out here at the canyon. I always tried to do first flights with a new drone like this out here at the canyon. It's just, there's just so much cool stuff out here to point the drone at and to see and do. But in any case, the point of this flight was to try out just photographs. I want to see how photos look. You guys will have seen them already. I haven't, so I'm anxious to see how that looks. And by the way, it's getting saved to the internal memory on this drone. Yeah, and then we did some panoramas. Tried that freestyle panorama. I think that's going to be a pretty cool feature. I'm anxious to experiment around with it some more. I hope the ones that I did down here in the canyon turned out okay. You guys will have already seen them. I haven't. And then we went through all the other panoramas, the sphere, the wide angle, the I'm just trying to remember what they call them all, and then the vertical, etc. So anyway, it's always fun to try that stuff out, and we pointed the drone different directions to try some different things. Yeah, so really, I guess that's about it for this flight. I hope you guys enjoyed that as much as I enjoyed flying it. This is Marcus Crawford with the Idaho Quadcopter channel out. And if you like this kind of content, please consider subscribing to my channel. Most of all, I so appreciate you taking the time out of your day to watch this video. And yeah, you're going to see a lot more of this drone on my channel, the DJI Air 3S. Bye now.